All right, we have got some HASBRO news updated on pictures and whatnot on some Australian site, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts. So with that being said, oh, also, to ensure that it annoys people, there will be watermarks. I will personally make sure, so people don't steal from our video, but also just to annoy people. That is now my main factor in this. I read the posts; they're very funny. That is my goal. That is my motivation. Just don't take from my video, please. Anyways, this is wave 4. Now, wave 4 is we don't even have. What would you say? July, August, wave 4. July, August, wave 4, probably. We're gonna go over the first one, which is Infinite Achilles. So its gimmick is fused attack power. HASBRO, that's not the gimmick. So basically, they didn't know how to do infinite, right? So they just perma-fused infinite, so it's only an attack. So what they basically did was that the base is transparent blue, and they painted metallic and red on top of it. It's whatever. Like, I'm not gonna really miss I don't even know what it's called. Is it infinite speed, infinite balance? I don't know what it's called. I'm not gonna miss it. My only thing is gonna be this. If you're gonna do attack, do not forget to do infinite shield, please. I don't want it to be a thing where they just do one and they don't do the other. Like, just do the shield, man. Just do the shield. For how good I think infinite is gonna be, I just hope that the chip of Achilles was good, because Union Achilles' chip was super good. I don't see this being better than Union HASBRO. The reason for this is not because this is a dig at HASBRO, but obviously, for some sparking releases, they have the luxury of a double chassis and all that weight. And if you compare side by side, well, Union is very likely to hit harder. So, it's whatever. Also, I have to talk about this because I don't like keep on talking about it, but for the love of God, detail your bays. Is it that hard? Is it that hard to detail the bays? It is literally not a factor in performance. I just get very annoyed because it's such a simple thing to paint the bays. And this is not a vendetta against HASBRO. If there are times where criticism is due, it is due. I have criticized TT for stupid things. Same idea for HASBRO. Let's go over Dimension SP, which is TSP 16. It looks like it's perma-fused just to be the top mode, and I'd like to believe that maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm not. It does not look like it is proper. It looks like it's perma-fused, which I would not be surprised. I would be sad if it was the case. Guess that means I'll have to switch to Dimension Slingshot. Whatever. At least we get 1B on that, so that's kind of cool. So you do get the 1B. Where is it? Where's the screenshot here? You do get the 1B red disc. Obviously, that disc is not worth anything competitive, but they gave it the proper disc, so credit where credit is due. And we'll take a closer look at it again. It's just like just paint the missing detail. Like, even if it sucks, like, at least do it so it looks better. It looks so, I don't know, like, unappealing. Doesn't look right. It's whatever. Next up, do we go to which one? Controversial 1 or controversial 2? Pick 1 or 2. Alright, he read my mind. He's a mind reader, everybody. Jet Wyvron. We've already went over this, so let's just take a closer look. But if you are wondering, it is indeed made of plastic. Now, before people say, oh, but it has the free spin. Listen. Did we not just campaign for the past few years that they forgot to give rubber on like something like Fafnir and other stuff? Just because Mirage Fafnir has rubber, which either way, the ring was elevated hard rubber and it hurt the ring, but either way, I do not see this as a win having the free spin. It would be a complete win if they gave it the rubber. They are stripping away things that were the staple gimmick. On this release, it is literally part of the gimmick, because the rubber is meant to combat lefts for spin stealing, and I guess hard impact against rights. That is the idea of the gimmick. When you take away the rubber, you're taking away the whole thing that the bay is based on with the gimmick. Obviously, I hope that the chip of Wyvern is good, but this one annoys me to a greater extent, mostly because of the sort of kind of like clickbait that they kind of do, because they call it an impact absorbing ring. Now, don't be confused by this and how it implies rubber, because for Cursor 2, it said a shock absorbing perimeter, but if it did have rubber like Fafnir, it's a rubber power absorption. So Jet Wyvern is an absolute insult. Like, even let's say it has the exact same free spin as TT. Okay, you know, give credit where credit's due, it has that. But it doesn't have the right disc, and it doesn't even have the right tip. Mind you, not like Just was a good tip to begin with, but at least they could have done it, you know? And it just feels like an insult. This is not like it's a random Jet recolor. If that was the case, I literally could not care. Like, but this is a main release. That is the issue. Now, World Evo Helios. Now, as far as the World Air Base is concerned, I don't like it, but the chip does look very nice. Very, very nice. I mean, they could have kind of painted the silver. It doesn't matter. It kind of reminds me of Boom Calzar, so they kind of win there in that department. I do like Boom Calzar's colors quite a bit. They could have probably given it, if they gave it the yellow on the other edges, this could have been really good, or maybe that sort of, it's not a navy blue, it's like a, what type of blue would you call this? On the Evo Helios, on the chip. What kind of blue? It's a nice blue. It's a nice blue. It's like, kind of like a skyish blue, dark sky blue maybe? I don't know, I like it. So the thing with World Evo Helios is that it is more desirable than Jet Wyvern, simply for the fact that it does come with better parts. Oh, I also have to warn about charged metal. I've done 2 videos on it. Be careful what you put charged metal on. It is very unstable how they did it. There is the outer disc. It doesn't technically have a gimmick. It's just they go on charged metal for the thing. But yeah, I hope the Evo, the World Evo Helios chip is good. Is there anything else? So best to least. Number 1 probably is actually the Helios, just because the part-wise. But maybe I think number 1 probably should be the Achilles, just all things considered. Also, Wyvern is definitely last. And yeah, my main thing I'm going to end off with, and if you watch the end of the video, I implore you to. The reason for this is that they've done the gimmicks properly at the start, and then kind of in Wave 2. So when they stop doing it properly, it kind of just feels like a kick to the fans that showed them support, because it's like they're just slacking off. And the thing that I really hate is that now if Hasbro does something bad on the lair, on a part, or whatever, people bank on the idea of buy Pro Series. And something that is actually true. And this is where Pro Series loses one of its strongest arguments, was it was relative to the price of TT. I have seen the price being raised in the US. I've seen Australia, the price is raised insane. And in Canadian, it is raised like crazy. Now, of course, that is technically not a Hasbro problem. That is the retailers who decide what the prices are. That still defeats the main argument that it's good value. Same. You can find TT probably now cheaper for Pro Series and get better value. I feel like Pro Series is blown way out of proportions. There are some times where I can say, you wanna know what? Yeah, that's good for Pro Series, and that's awesome if you would get that. Like the discs, for an example, and the frames. That would be a legitimate reason to get it. And that's really the only reason I could see justifiable. Like with Soul Balkesh, there's the Paradox disc that is on there. That would be awesome to get. Easy to get Paradox. Okay. Well, I mean, technically Lord Achilles had an easy to get Paradox, but that's, you get the idea. Either way, these are my thoughts. Again, if there's credit where credit is due, like for an example, the Triumph ring is one of the, actually, it is the best out of Surge. It is the only thing that has legitimately survived being competitively viable. What this means is that it goes up against actual combos, and if you want to know what kind of combos, you can check out my alt account, which I need to give a plug for, which I'm probably going to be doing videos for very, very soon. I think I did one testing out Lunar, shameless plug, and thank you for watching. Hope this video doesn't get to 10 minutes, because that would be funny.